Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the one and only and legendary investor, Anna Kelly. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Michael. So good to see you today.
Nice to see you as well. So we've had a couple of great episodes. First one, we talked about how, is CPI going to be sticky or not? We talked about, hey, does the recession call matter or not? But this might be the most important video of our series this week. And that is, let's talk to the new investors. You and I bump into them all the time, probably, certainly weekly, if not daily. And there's a lot of chatter in the market, right? That we've left the good times, we're entering the bad times. I think that's fair. But you and I both know that the bad times are where true wealth is made. But a new
Yes.
investor, they don't know that, right? They're hearing like negativity just like all around them. So let's give some coaching to the new investors. Let's assume they have nothing, right? No units, but they have interest. What are some things that you would start to tell them? And we'll play ping pong. You'll go, I'll go. What's kind of the first thing that you would tell this new investor?
Great. I would say learn the fundamentals of investing. Learn a little bit about market cycles and real estate cycles, when we hit the top and when we hit the bottom. And as Warren Buffett says, learn to be greedy when other people are fearful and to be fearful when other people are greedy. So you don't have to have it all figured out. But if you start to back away from your dreams as investing because everyone else around you is afraid and they say real estate's crashing, what are you doing? It's the worst thing you could get into right now. Don't listen.
Yeah.
Don't listen to that.
Yeah, the first one for me is actually rule number 7 of my one rental at a time rules, and that is you've really got to audit your network. I want to hit it. It's kind of funny that we went to the same area, right? Real estate investing today is going to have negativity around it, and it's going to take a while. I mean, because again, negativity sells, right? Gets clicks. Because that's why all these housing crash channels have hundreds of thousands of viewers, because they know what you want to hear, and they feed it to you. So the first thing I would tell someone today is look at the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Are they naturally negative or naturally positive? Because if they're naturally negative, they're going to go crazy in the next 18 months. And trust me when I say you don't need that energy. You're already going to be reading enough negativity and having to turn it positive, that having these friends around you, like when you're having lunch or coffee or playing video games or whatever you're doing, you're just never going to get started. The only thing that works for me on it, I got this back in 2010 when I was buying the whole way down, right? I had no idea where we were going, but I was buying the whole way down, was every negative article I read. And today I would say here, right? Because you have YouTube and whatnot, not really back then, is there goes 2% of my competition. Why was I so active in 2010 and 11? Buying strictly off the MLS, no mailers, no texting, no phone calls, no door knocking, straight out of the MLS, is because everybody was scared. They'd had 2.5 years of negative, negative, negative. And you are, I bought houses for under 30 grand, like
Yeah.
houses, not lots, houses. So, that's going to, people get scared and they run away. So really audit your network, get around positive people.
Yeah, I love that. And I'll just piggyback off that. There's so many thoughts that I have, but make sure that you have some people in that network who are actually doing what it is that you want to do and that has experience going through a down cycle doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of people that have been looked like rock stars over the last couple of years when the economy really gave us what covered a lot of mistakes and still helped us to do well. Get yourself around people, find a mentor, join a mastermind, right? Get around people that actually know what they're talking about. They've been through it, and ask them, how did you get through this? What would you do to get us started, right? You have a course, right? We coach, we teach people. There is significant value in having mentors. And the one thing that I tell people all the time, I wish I had done differently back in 08 and 09 when I had no money to buy, right? And lenders wouldn't lend to me, was having people who I could talk to that would say, hey, Anna, think about creative financing. Here's a way you can go get deals even when you don't have money or even when the banks say no. Get yourself around some really competent real estate investors. Make sure you're the dumbest person in that room and in that network. Find a way to make yourself valuable to them in some way and learn from them.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So the next thing that I would kind of talk about is a lot of new investors that again are at zero, frankly, lack focus, right? It's kind of rule
Mm.
number 1 for me is focus is both permission to do and permission to don't. What do I mean by that?
Yes.
Right. So focus for me, I use the word a buy box, right? What is the buy box? And that is all you look at. Where most new investors get wrong is, okay, they follow, because I did a deep dive. I give it away. There's a playlist on this channel called Deep Dive, 60-minute deep dive. Myself and 3 students show our buy box. We give you all the examples. So most people will go, okay, I get it. I got my buy box. It's this, this, and this. And then after they look at that, they look at something else. No, stop. A buy box is permission to look at this and nothing else. Until you know the skill of what an average deal is, you do not have permission to look at other things, because you just dirty the mind. The whole idea of a buy box in repetition is at some point, the light bulb goes on and goes, that deal's different. That one's the one. But if you just muddy it, and then, oh my goodness, if you muddy it in different states and different cities, timeout, start over. Like, you can't compare Nashville, Tennessee with Dallas, Texas, and Detroit, Michigan. It doesn't work. Don't have that. Not in the beginning. If you're an elite investor like Anna, maybe. But if you've got nothing today, do not do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Focus is so important. And to piggyback off of that as well, I would say you really need to ask yourself the hard questions of, why do I think I want to do real estate, right? How's that going to enhance my life and my financial goals? If you don't understand what your financial goals are, and you don't have a big enough driver or why, as Simon Sinek would say, then when things are hard, and they will be hard over the next couple of years in different ways, you'll give up, right? The only reason I kept pushing through when I had banks tell me no every day that I tried to try to finance a property and didn't have any money, is because I had a why bigger than hard, right? And it was, I want to be home with my kids. And so if I want to be home with my kids, I need to take my financial future into my own hands. I need to create income. Then I need to find cash flowing deals that actually create income, and not go chase big deals with upside that weren't going to give me any income over the next couple of years, right? But I had to have a grit and a determination based upon knowing, what are my financial goals? Why is real estate the way to get there? And making a decision that you're not going to give up. I see so many newbies say, I think I want to do real estate because I can make money and I don't want to work anymore. Well, do you have the skills? Do you have the emotional wherewithal? Do you have the time? Do you have the funds? Do you know you're chasing the right kind of deal? So back to your point about focus, I've got students that they're like, I tried multifamily, it was too hard. I tried vacation rentals, it was too hard. Let me do a storage unit, or someone has land over here. If those deals aren't going to help you move the needle on your financial goals to the point that you can kind of feel it, you see a difference and you're excited about that difference, then you shouldn't be doing those deals. So you got to know what it is you want. You got to know your financial goals, and then you go laser focused on finding those kind of deals and getting really good at your buy box, and then doing the work every day.
Yeah, I think that's so well said. Anna, this has been a lot of fun. Hopefully people took a lot from this. Maybe watch this video again if you're a new investor. Anna, where can people find you?
Great. You can find me here on my playlist every Wednesday. You can find me social media at Anna Kelly REI Mom. If you're a passive investor, accredited investor looking for passive multifamily deals where we make an impact on our community, you can find me at greaterpurposecapital.com. And finally, reimom.com is where I have information about my coaching and my mastermind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.